marriage material. It was after a burial. I was playing a live track on the stereo. My jazz hands were full in effect. Whether pleasurable or painful, I couldn't detect. I was a wreck and it was all hands on deck. When it was over, she pushed off on my shoulders and then stood on my neck. I was pomegranate red in the face. She was stiletto in the foot. One day I snuck in the church to sign a wedding book. The trick is just to look like you belong there. Hold it like you want it, said the seventh pallbearer. All you really need to know, all you ever really need to know, reap what you sow and never upstage a peep show. Speak slow and deliberate, or take the liberty to think of another delivery. Give him a riddle to fiddle with, kill him with kindness. Turn these little white lies into a shocking truth, said the cat on the hot tin roof. Brick by brick, we built this house of shit and milked every last bit of guilt out of it. Brick by brick, we built this house of shit and then we stripped it bit by bit. My second timer was with mixed blood. Since I'm a mud, pedigree ain't something that I ever think of. She asked what I was doing with lipstick. It made me blush, and she applied herself to it, a blood rush. Laid the foundation with a tongue kiss. Heavy petted me oh so gently with the same hand she'd eventually punch me with. Overly attached me to a short leash. Made me wear a muzzle in public, although she'd already pulled my teeth. Abusive to all her ugly sucker ducklings. Every single one of us made it feel like we just had it coming. Luckily for me, I'm always leaving, and I don't remember crossing myself that evening. She handed me a purity cock ring and an open fist, saying I got this at the joke shop, but I do hope to God it fits. That's when I noticed her lips were separated by a blurred line. I tried to make sense of it, but couldn't focus. We were sitting in the Lotus when she mentioned mindset. Put my thinking cap on, for protection I guess. She suggested a position. I said, child, you don't love me, you just love my downward facing doggy style. I don't want a fake fuck or real fuck. That's when the mascara started running with his tail tucked. She had more bark than love bite for this straight mud. I still think about her some nights, but I'm done with the makeup. Brick by brick, we built this house of shit and milked every last bit of guilt out of it. Brick by brick, we built this house of shit and then we stripped. The third time was with a snake charmer, turned snake handler. She wore a veil and belly dance for the examiner. She answered to her father, the ringleader of all religious things. I asked for his blessing, like that was his to give. Old school zealot, he asked about my backstory, but it's so true, I couldn't tell it. I tell tall tales, I said, and I'm good with edits. Long story short, I gave the context, not the premise. I noticed a sign outside that says reject help from medics. Modern medicine's a threat to your ethics, sir. Reason I ask, your daughter's been bit, she's been bit bad. She screamed out, quick, somebody get dad. He said, that's interesting. I've been giving my princess doses of venom since just a little thing. Increasingly with age to prepare her. Told her the world's a mean place, I did my best to scare her away from the boundaries I set. There were many close calls. Seems your little love boat finally crashed through the ocean wall. She's dead to me for going to the other side. Don't tell her I said so, but that's how her mother died. She was the queen of the snakes, a side attraction to our circuit. I mean our unit, you mean circus. She was quite the companion piece. The way she worked it in the end became a bit too friendly with the serpent. Oh, now I know why she has those holes in her limbs. You play puppeteer and thread them with a string. Replace love affair to cut people loose like it ain't a thing, and only call her a princess cause you consider yourself a king. I'ma listen this thing and pay the hospital bill. If there's a lesson to the story or a moral to instill, I'll let you figure that out while me and your daughter chill. And I ain't even on the pill. Brick by brick, we built this house of shit and milked every last bit of guilt out of it. Brick by brick, we built this house of shit and then we stripped it bit by bit. Brick by brick, we built this house of shit and milked every last bit of guilt out of it. Brick by brick, we built this house of shit and then we stripped it bit by bit. Yeah, no doubt, buddy, please bring that beat back in. Let me freestyle the rest of this motherfucking LP. Well, I grab in my head and then the beat goes away.